Component numbers are a requirement, but there are no requirements for how they should be set up or what they should contain. However, they play an important role in being able to identify various components, and one can easily end up having many both superordinate and subordinate components in their work. Therefore, it is a really good idea to get them organized early. A component in the tree structure can, for example, look like this. Before the hyphen, we have the component's number, and after the hyphen, we have the component's name. It's called a component number, but it can actually contain both numbers, letters, and symbols. So the number we see here is not entirely atypical for a component number. The numbers can tell us various things about the component. For example, it could indicate which area the component is located in, which facility it belongs to, and the component itself. Here, we have only used periods to divide the number into segments, but we could just as well have used hyphens, or both slashes and underscores, letters, and for that matter, other symbols. An A here, for example, could indicate a type. Perhaps it indicates an office building. How you set up your component number is your decision, and you are the best ones to make it. But consider it early on, so you avoid having to correct a lot of numbers later. It is possible to do, but it takes time. But why? Why not just call them 1, 2, 3, etc.? You avoid overlap of component numbers, which means that if you try to assign a component number that is already assigned to another component, you will be prevented from doing so. And then you have to come up with a new, unique number. You know what the number should be. So in our example, we know the number in advance. As it is in the first building, it is the first facility, and it is the first component. Therefore, 111. Easy. The number tells you something about the component without you having to investigate further first. And you can more easily filter the components. For example, if we want to find all jobs associated with our thermographers, we go into the job list, click on Filters, choose to filter by component number. Then we select Text because we want to search for something specific. We choose Begins with in the drop-down menu. Then we can get all components that begin with 2.04. So we write that and click Apply. Now we have all jobs related to thermographers because they all start with 2.04. That's pretty smart. So decide from the start how your division of the components should be. Decide what information the component number should contain. Set rules for how the component number should be structured. And include the parent component number in the subcomponent numbers. That's it.